Hey gang, happy Thursday. Dr. Doug Brown here, checking in. Let's talk a little bit about your papers. It's taken me a little bit longer this week to get your papers back to you because I'm taking a lot of time on them. You'll notice in some cases I gave you a 0, but I gave you feedback. And if you got a 0, that doesn't mean that you're going to keep a 0. So don't be stressing on me. Don't be getting mad. Don't get upset. Don't vent. Don't get frustrated. I just want you to take a look at that paper, use that feedback, and use those examples that I've given you into getting started for them, and go back and revise that paper. Now, if it's not perfect, I'm not asking you to make it perfect. Do the best that you can. Try to get it. It takes practice. I said that on day 1. It's week 4, and I mean it today, and I mean it on the last day of the class. Sometimes I have to change the game plan a little bit to help you out. So if you got a 0 or a low grade, you don't like your grade, I want you to use my feedback, revise that paper, email it to me. I'll be happy to take a look at it again and change your grade. I don't just give you zeros for the sake of doing it. I'm not going to let you sink. I'm not going to let you drown. So just hang with me and trust me. My students that hang with me and stick with me and work through this process, at the end of the day, I've gotten emails, just got one the other day saying, thank you, I'm in a different class, I learned a lot from you, using the methods following the methods you did. So if we got a 0, you earn something you don't like, don't stress about it. Just, again, hang with me, rewrite it, use my feedback, give it 110%, do best you can, and I'll go back and give you some more feedback, and I may even revise your paper. One of the things I've done this week, I'm reading them all, which has taken me a little bit of time. Seems like forever this week. A little bit of time. I'm rewriting some of the papers and sending them back to you with the grade. And again, I'm not dinging you too bad on the APA, but I am trying to help you. I'm more interested in the content and the material, so we're going to stick with that, and then I'm going to help you with the writing and the APA. So just use that feedback that I'm giving you to try to help you. I'm almost done, actually, and I want you to take a look at that feedback I've given you. Like I said, just revise it, email me, don't stress on me. It's all going to be okay. Just hang with me. I will assure you, if you'll hang with me and you don't get frustrated, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. As I said, I let no one sink, I let no one hang, I let no one drown in my class. I work with you. I'm going to do everything I can to try to help you, grasp the material, which is not really too bad. Some of you work in that field, or you have some understanding. Some of you don't, but just hang with me, and we're going to get it. So I just want to check in. You really are doing a good job. I do want to help you for the future. I want you to get something out of the class, learn stuff about the material, get all that content, and then learn how to write and learn APA. I know it may seem a little bit petty. You may be saying, gosh almighty, man, why is this guy all stressed out about APA? But it's a big thing in college. It's a big thing to be able to use it. It's a whole different language. The way we write, we have to think outside of what we're used to doing. We're not, in the station or the firehouse or in the office. We have to talk differently. We have to write for the reader who has no clue, no understanding. You'll see that in some of my feedback where I say, write for the reader down the road that has no idea what you're talking about, because they don't. That's who you're writing for. You're not writing for me. You're not writing for someone you work with. You're writing for a third party that has no idea what you're talking about. And I want you to get used to doing that, explaining everything to them in detail and easily without all the technical terms so that they can understand. Sorry, allergies are getting me. I apologize. So, I know it's frustrating. Remember, I've been in college. People say that. You see the professors do that. But we did it. We had to do it. We went through all these things. We had to deal with the feedback. We had to deal with the professors. We had to deal with all the things that you're dealing with. Then, and just like you, I was a working adult when I went back. I didn't go to college till I was 35. And for my 50th birthday, that's when I finished my doctorate. was a few days after my 50th birthday. It was approved. So I get it. I understand what it's like, to deal with this and pay the bills. It's summertime. You want to spend time with your family, those sort of things. I got it. And that is why I give you 110% and try to give you so much feedback and try to help you to move along. So, I'll spend days and days and days reading your papers. I read them all. I don't just comment on a paper and send it on. I do read them all because I want to make sure I help you. And when you get out of the class, as I said, I want to make sure that you're good with the material, good with the information, because the difference about this class versus some of the others, maybe that you've taken, an elective or something, you're going to use this. Now, I say you use the electives too. It does come back around. But you're going to use this information. You're going to be able to come back to this information and use it and focus on it, the content and the material. And then also the writing in an APA. When you get out of this program, I want you to be able to say, you know what, my professors gave me all that they had. They really used their style. They really used their experience. Academic rigor was part of the program. I want you to get those things. So that it is worthwhile to you, and I really want you to learn. I really want you to learn, and that's why I'm trying to help you. So again, please don't get frustrated. Don't cuss me too bad. Don't be too mad at me. I really am doing this to help you. I really am trying to help you a little bit. If you don't like the grade, I want you to rewrite your paper, send it back to me. You get a 94, 95, 97, something like that. Don't just stick with that. Don't just stick with that. Revise that paper using my feedback, email it back to me, and shoot for that 100. That's what I want you to do, is shoot for 100. Every paper ought to be a 100 paper. Every one. And if that means we have to revise that sucker 15 times, then we're going to revise it 15 times until you get 100, if that's what you want to do. Now, I can give you the feedback, try to help you, but if you choose not to revise it and send it back to me, nothing I can do about it. So I do ask you that you do that. So just a little short thing. Appreciate your time. If you're following the weather, you see all the tornadoes and flooding down here. A little bit crazy, but I'm hiding out, and that's a little bit of delay here because I've had to dodge some tornadoes this week, and then there's some nearby flooding. So a little bit crazy time, but I am getting your papers to you, reading them all, taking a little extra time this week so that I can help you, because we're in week 4, and those are week 3 papers, but we're in week 4, so we really ought to have a good grasp by now, at least of the basics of APA and writing at this time. It's pretty hardcore. So anyway, that's it. If you need me, give me a call. Thanks for taking time to watch, and I'm always here for you.